Insights, practical truths for successful living with Carl Summer.
In writing the story of the eagle and the chickens, I want to impress upon children the importance of not yielding to peer pressure. Today, children face many pressures that if they yield to them, it will lead them to a destructive lifestyle. It's so important for you as parents and teachers to sow seeds into your children's lives that will lead them to paths of success. Papa and Mama Eagle loved their two babies, but one day a violent windstorm knocked the eagle's nest from the tree. One baby eagle went to hide in the nest on the ground. The other eagle went into the woods to hide. Two raccoons came and ate the one eagle. Papa and Mama saw the two raccoons and the eagle feathers. They were certain that both eagles were eaten by the raccoons. The other eagle, however, leaves the nest and searches for somewhere to go. He hears chickens in the distance and joins them. Note that the chickens were very friendly with the eagle. The eagle was very happy that he had found a home where he was accepted and had food to eat. Children want to feel accepted. They don't want to feel isolated. This is normal behavior for us as parents as well. We want to feel accepted. But herein lies the danger. What kind of pressure will be put upon children to keep being accepted? That's why it's so important for parents to be concerned with whom our children associate with. While the eagle was eating, a chicken began to laugh at him. "You sure have a funny-looking mouth," she said. "It's bent." Then the other chickens began laughing. What did the eagle do? He covered his beak with his wings. He was embarrassed in how he looked. It's so important to have a healthy self-esteem. Some people always go around depressed about their appearance. We need to learn to accept what we cannot change. An incident happened to me at my church. Sitting in a row in front of us, an adopted girl about 7 years old was crawling under the chairs. I corrected her. The girl happened to be black, and the parents were white. I'll call her Sandra. She didn't like it that I had corrected her, but I wanted to help her. So I told her mother, if Sandra obeys you for 1 week, I'll give you one of my storybooks that I've written. At that time, I had 24. And so when she obeyed her mother, she got one of those character-building storybooks. If she failed to obey, she wouldn't get a book. I believe it is critical for children to learn to obey their parents. If they learn to obey their parents, they will avoid many problems in life. Sandra became my friend. Her mother had other adopted children as well, and Sandra acted as a mother. When I saw this, I gave her an award for doing this. One day she came to me and showed me her hands, and so she said, "I'm turning white." I immediately responded, "Sandra, don't you ever be ashamed of the way you were born. Black is beautiful," I told her, and I asked her to repeat it. "Black is beautiful." I encouraged her to accept the way the good Lord had made her. Sometime later, I received a homemade card that she had made with a picture of her and I. Around the sides of the picture, she wrote 4 times, "Black is beautiful." I was so thrilled to receive that card. This is the inside of the card. She's standing next to me, and I'm covering her up because I don't want to embarrass her. And this is the front of the card, and you can see it 4 times, "Black is beautiful," all around the edges. The girl is now a teenager, and she has sung in front of the church and acted. She has many white friends, and she walks with her head straight. I'm proud of her, a beautiful young lady. The story goes on. When the eagle flaps his wings, he gets yelled at by the rooster. When his head begins to turn white, as bald eagles do, he gets laughed at for looking so old. When he went to attack the fox who wanted to get a chicken, he got yelled at for being so foolish. When he looked up in the sky and saw birds flying, he groaned, "Oh, how I wish I could fly." The rooster quickly corrected him. "Forget it. You weren't born to fly. You are born to live on the ground just like the rest of us. The eagle's trouble was he listened to his friends. How many children end up as failures in life because of listening to their friends instead of listening to their parents? However, the dream of flying didn't leave the eagle. He would be in the chicken coop and dream, "Oh, how I wish I could fly." One day there was a storm, and the eagle put out his big wings and the wind lifted him up. "This is fun," he exclaimed. But he became frightened and quickly pulled in his wings. "I can't let myself fly," he said. The power of example. Parents, expose your children to books that inspire your children to become successful. I've written a book for teenagers that's called Teen Success. It's filled with all kinds of information to help your teenager become successful. There are biographies of those who have become successful. Expose your children to these powerful sources of inspiration. Finally, the eagle gets inspired. He lifts up his head and said, "The least I can do is try. Everyone says I can't fly, but no one can stop me from trying." Parents, you may be discouraged, downcast, and defeated. There's an old saying, if life gives you a lemon, make lemonade. Groaning and complaining has the same effect as a rocking chair. It doesn't get you anywhere. Do something constructive and refuse to become discouraged. One of the secrets of becoming successful is to learn to persevere, to keep trying. The eagle goes behind the chicken coop and begins to flap his wings so he can become strong. Yes, he's aiming to become successful. It means also that you will have to do things differently. The eagle says, "I'm trying my best to fly." Then the eagle says these words that I wish I could stamp on every child's heart. How foolish I was to listen to those voices to keep me down. Then one day, as he sees eagles flying, he exclaims, "Here it goes. I'm trying my best to fly." Suddenly his feet left the ground. As he went higher and higher, he let a mighty cry, "Hooray! Now I am free and to be what I was meant to be." I hope you as parents and your children will do the same and be encouraged to dare to dream to live a life to your full and their full potential.